Got it all on camera.
So today we get to talk about some of the consequences on a few of the videos I've made in the past talking about the car payment pandemic. People paying absolutely ridiculous prices on cars, whether they're super luxury cars that they can't afford or just normal brand new cars. Basically normal like F-150 Silverados and Rams are like $70,000 now. And because over the past 4 years, everybody made a ton of money, whether it was stimulus checks, the entirety of the stock market, real estate going up, crypto, you name it. Everybody thought that they were rich and bought things that they couldn't really afford, and now people are starting to get repossessed. So that's what we're going to be watching and talking about. And before we get into the obvious people buying like $80,000 to $100,000 cars when they don't make nearly enough to afford it, we're going to watch a clip of somebody getting repossessed that's a completely normal, everyday commuter car.
He's repossessing a vehicle right now. I'm videotaping and put it on TikTok. There it goes.
I just thought it I feel like the person recording this is somebody who doesn't go on the internet too much, because you don't really have to announce what you're doing. You could just record it and put it up online, but we had to get a play-by-play.
Well, there goes somebody's vehicle. They're gonna come out of Walmart. There goes their beautiful car. They're gonna have definitely a bad day.
I think the commentary definitely makes it a bit funnier to me, but if you look at that car, it's nothing special. I'm pretty sure that's like a Nissan Rogue, or maybe the Rogue is like their larger SUV and this is a smaller one, but there's a Nissan logo on it. Not a luxury vehicle. It's not like a Mercedes or a Beamer or something. This is a normal car that you get for every day, you know, commuting, go A to B, groceries, whatever. And even these cars are getting repossessed by people because they can't afford getting a new Nissan or a Ford or Chevy or whatever. Just normal everyday cars you'll see on the road. We had a comment on one of my previous videos that hit the nail right on the head. Most people don't think past the monthly payment. Insurance, gas, and service costs can almost equal your payment, which is 100% true. Most people's car payments are more than my mortgage. Even when I was paying off my 2015 Honda Civic when I bought it used for $10,500 back in 2019, I was paying $300 a month for the car. I think the actual payment was around $260. But if you have watched my previous videos, my car insurance is super high. It just actually went down literally this month, but it was $250 for absolute basic coverage on a completely paid off Honda Civic, base Honda Civic, that is now almost a decade old. After getting like gas for the month and the insurance, it is literally doubling my payment. So he's dead on with what he said here. It is a little bit lower. For some reason dropped down to $170 for the exact same plan. Just on a little side note, there was no reason for it. My guess is because all insurance has been going up so high in the past several months for everybody across the board, but I have Geico, and I would venture to guess that so many people dumped out of Geico and went somewhere cheaper because of how substantial these increases have been, that they actually did drop it down to at least somewhat reasonable. I mean, $170 for literally almost no actual insurance for my paid off car is still ridiculous, but at least it's not $250. But now we'll start getting into everybody going way over their heads and buying luxury cars when they're like middle class at best. We got a little bit of a callback from one of my previous videos of me talking about this girl buying a CLA. I'll just roll the clip. $800 car note because you wanted the newer model, which I know is still a stupid amount of money, but still not as bad as the $1,200 we saw earlier. But if you go to the comments, she used to have a 2016 C300, which is an okay car. I mean, not an AMG or anything really special about it, but it's kind of whatever. But she upgraded to a 2021 CLA 250. $800 a month for a base CLA 250. That's 3 years old. It's not even the brand new model. It's already gone through a solid amount of depreciation because it's just a nothing Mercedes. It's not even the AMG. And CLAs are basically the car that you get to buy the brand logo. It's not even like a base C300, tiny little nothing car that honestly looks pretty crappy, and you're paying $800 a month for it. Now we get to see this same type of person paying $700-800 a month just for the badge on like a absolute bottom of the barrel base Mercedes, getting their car repoed because they can't afford it anymore. Do you really think that car's worth that much a month? I don't think so. And trying to run away from the repo man as soon as it's up on the truck, I mean, that can't be a good thing for you. You're probably going to get in trouble even more. But they probably shouldn't have gotten the car in the first place. We have another comment here that's probably going to come true in the future. 40-year mortgages and 15-year auto notes will be available. I could definitely believe that, especially with the past few months of brand new car prices getting so ridiculous that people are finally not buying brand new cars because of how overpriced they are, whether it be just base MSRP or dealer markups or anything. So to get around that and not actually tanking the price of the car, they're just going to start spreading out the actual auto loan. And I think you could get like 72 months, maybe like 84 months car payment lengths now, but I bet they'll just keep stretching it out farther and farther to make the monthly payments seem low, but you're literally paying for like decades. So by the time you pay off the car, it is literally dying and is actually genuinely too old of a car and it'll have no value. And it's just another way to screw people. I don't know, man. It just seems pretty crazy.
Y'all need to stop buying cars that you can't afford. I mean, look at some of these repos that I found at auction today. Repo with temp tags. This thing is a 2024. Look, 2024 BMW Financial. So I'm not making this up. Dude didn't even get to finish his drink and take his Walmart bag. Look at this thing. How many miles are on it, I wonder? Let's see. It's got 218 miles. Another repo with a temp tag. So people cannot afford these cars for over a month. This is a 2023 iX. Look at this thing.
Check out this RS5 repo next to a RT Charger repo. We got a Taycan right here. 4-door electric car. That shit won't even open. Damn.
So we got brand new cars getting repoed there. You saw 200 miles on that BMW. There was a temp tag on the other one is literally like 30 days. And I mean, no surprise, you got like sports cars and muscle cars, RS5, the Charger, all of that. A lot of cars that people will get for vanity's sake getting repoed because they just can't handle the payments. And we're just gonna see more and more of that as a result of the past few years of just ridiculous car prices and people believing that they could pay for it just because they made a little bit of money in the stock market. We got another comment from a previous video. Vanity, the ultimate opioid, keeping people broke. The lack of financial education is astounding, which he's 100% right with that. And I didn't notice until I started learning the numbers. The cost of money is astronomical. I like my bus pass. The trade-off is better to wait at a stop than paying these prices on cars. Now, this guy doesn't even have a car, period. And I mean, if you could swing that, if you have bus stops near your house, you don't really have to take too far of a walk to maybe the store or your job. That guy's probably saving even more money than me having to pay like $170 a month plus gas expenses and all of that, upkeep, oil changes on my 10-year-old Civic. And we have a couple of videos that I wanted to show you that I think are 100% staged, but definitely do happen in real life with some repos. We got this guy just kind of doing a little, I don't know, I guess like a skit or something, because it's literally staged, like somebody was already recording it and him running out. But repoing his car after 10 months of no payments, which I think the car that they're trying to make like they got repoed up top is like a really old Infiniti. So if you're not paying 10 months for a really old Infiniti, that's like a sub $10,000 car. I would venture to guess like $8,000 or $7,000, maybe even less. After not paying for 10 months, I mean, what do you expect? I don't know what you think was going to happen. Like they just go, it's okay, you could keep the car. But this one was pretty staged, but I 100% guarantee that this does happen in real life. And then we got another one that was kind of funny here.
So how many months were you behind on your payment?
Eight.
Eight
Been 8 months. I've been 8.
This is Texas Repo Reaper. We got, it's okay, bro. We've all been there.
No, you don't have to wait. I'll figure it out.
So I think this one was also a joke. I'm pretty sure that this guy's car probably just broke down at a meet or wherever they are, because if you see their shirt, it's a 1320 video shirt, I think is what it was called, but it's a brand that makes a whole ton of YouTube videos about racing and stuff like that. So I highly doubt that this guy's car legitimately got repoed. My guess is that it just died and they were making a funny video about it, but this 100% happens as well. Some kid gets a nice Mustang or a muscle car or a sports car. They're in way over their head and they don't pay for several months, and then they lose it and their credit goes to shit. They don't have a car to go anywhere, and now they're just screwed. And on the same note of getting a really nice car and not being able to afford it and eventually getting it repoed, we have a comment here from another video. Anyone who likes you because of your car is not a friend. Any person indebting himself to buy a car doesn't own it, the bank does, which is why it gets repoed. But this kind of stuff is like always prevalent in guys anywhere from like 18 to 25, even like 30 or 35, but primarily men. Everybody wants a nice fast car, including myself. I like cars, but I just know it'll be a bad financial decision right now, but everybody wants something to show off, to, you know, make other people think they're rich. You know, they're a race car driver, even though they're only going to like Target and work and back. And it's just getting more and more people into serious trouble to the point where you don't even have a vehicle to go anywhere now because you got repoed. And I know people still need a car to go somewhere, to work, to get groceries, to basically do a majority of what you need to do in today's society. And there are videos like this and then comments replying that make a really valid point.
If you can wait to buy a car, just wait to buy a car. Right now is like the most expensive time, most expensive prices. Everything is taxed. Like, you see me, I still have my wide body Scat Pack. I haven't bought shit, bro, because prices are just fucking insane.
And he's not lying. Some of the cars are finally starting to go down because people just aren't buying them, but still, anything that's remotely limited or cool or popular still have like dealer markups, and we're halfway through 2024. But if you go to the comments in this video, they make a valid point. We've been saying this for 2 to 3 years now, I'll just buy used. How long have you been saying this? Been hearing this for 2 years now. Prices will never drop, get used to it. Because I have seen these videos since like, I don't know, the end of 2021 of like, the car market's gonna go down, you know, prices will be at the floor. You get, you know, a brand new car for super cheap, and it's just has not been like that. If anything, it's just gotten worse and worse. Used cars were going through the roof, honestly, even worse than new cars during COVID because of the chip shortage, and everybody thought that there just weren't gonna be cars made. So they were getting like old ratty cars for way more than they were worth. So I mean, I don't really know what to tell you if you don't have a car and you really need to get one. Either way, it's probably gonna be a bad deal, new or used. Just try to get something as cheap as you possibly can that is at least reliable and you can actually afford, so you don't get repoed. But I really do hope within like at least the next year or two, we'll really start seeing the car market finally change, and there won't be like dealer markups of $20,000, $30,000 on like decently cool cars for basically no reason. And the last clip I wanted to show you, I've seen this guy before a couple times and I always thought it was pretty cool. This guy records himself repoing cars, and it's insane how fast he could get some of these cars. You just got to see the clip. So what was that, like 10, 15 seconds from like not knowing the guy even existed? He was just driving down the street to like your car being gone. I saw the same dude on like a really tight road, and he ended up getting this like, I think minivan or SUV, and the same thing. It looked like it was even faster. Within 10 seconds, the car was gone. And even like the guy was running after the car, trying to get it, but it was already gone. Like, I bet in the next couple years, people like this will probably make a solid amount of money. Didn't even have to get out of the car. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'll pick some of them out and talk about it in the next video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.